Here we are, a minute 40 to go till first race of the Blue Fleet on May 1st. Winds about 10 to 15, temperatures in the high 50s, low 60s. Sailing a Y flyer. Here's our turn back to the line at about a minute to go. Now we'll meander our way back to the line. But in this race, at about 30 seconds to go, we get tangled up with a MC scow, and that costs us a bit of time. The goal is to get right behind the starting line at full speed when the gun goes off. But this set of turns will cost me about 30 seconds. And here I probably should jibe to get out of it with some speed, but I don't. And in the end I come out of it aiming at the starting line with about 8 seconds to go, and very slow. Pull everything in as quick as we can, and there's the start. And we cross with about 10 seconds after the starting gun. Nice thing is we are almost the most upwind boat. We've got a laser just upwind of us, but he's not going to cast too big of a shadow onto the Y flyer. Got my brother just downwind of us, so we can't foot too much, otherwise he'll be able to up us. So we try to find the fastest line to get upwind, and in the end, turns out we're able to accelerate away a little bit, and that 10-second starting 10 seconds late didn't give us too bad of a deal. Here we're tacking for the ley line to the first windward mark, but we didn't get to the full 90 or 100 degrees, and you can see it just barely off there in the distance. We're right on line with it here, but about halfway in we get a header, wind shift, that pushes our bow downwind of the mark. So here we have to do a short double tack, just long enough to get up and around the mark. And now we're off towards the jibe mark. Next boat's probably somewhere between 4 and 6 boat lengths behind us. So we've got a lead, but we've got to keep it going. Here I'm having my crew get on the downwind side of the boat to balance it out as we get started on a broad reach. And there my crew is telling me where the next mark is because I can't see it through the jib. Now I've got it in sight. Here I'm loosening up the outhaul, making a fuller sail for this broad reach. A little bit more speed. Here my crew is getting the whisker pole out. It's going to get it all ready so that as soon as we get around the jibe mark we can set it and keep our speed up. We're a little bit late here in getting it set, but we'll be better on the next one. Okay, getting that out there, that's going to draw more air behind the mainsail and keep us moving. At this point, We've got everybody's about 10 boat lengths behind us, but the Thistle has a spinnaker and is rolling us here. We're talking about a buoy that we thought drifted, but it turns out the wet race committee had extended the downwind mark. We just didn't know if it had drifted and was coming too close to shore. In the end, there was plenty of room to round it. The Thistle is a faster boat than the Y Flyer. Thistle's Portsmouth is 83. Y Flyer's Portsmouth rating is a 86.7. This means that the Thistle gives the Y Flyer somewhere between 30 seconds and a minute on a half-hour race. Half-hour, 45-minute race. Here we are approaching the downwind mark. I'm pulling the main in, and we've already put the centerboard back down. Coming around the mark. Got a kayaker who's adventurous. Okay, now we're heading back upwind, but I'm faced with a decision. Do I try to pinch and stay upwind of the Thistle, or do I dive below him and try to sail through his shadow? In this case, I know the Thistle's been sailing higher than me lately with his new crew, so I elect to dive below and try to sail through his shadow. Don't want to go high and slow, would rather go low and fast. This time it worked out for me. We had a lifter after we got by him, and we were able to get to the upwind mark in front of him by a couple boat lengths. Here we round the upwind mark. And we're off towards the downwind mark and then the finish. Got the Traveler all the way out. Now I'm asking for some vang. Okay, here we're coming into the jibe mark and the downwind mark, but the Thistle has worked their way inside us again. I elected to go a little bit wide so I could jibe and get inside him. Probably one too wide by a boat length or two. Did do a decent job rounding on the inside though. And here I'll pull the Traveler back in. And at this point, it's just a matter of not doing anything stupid and sticking on the Thistle's tail. At this range, he has to give me more time than there is between us. There he passes, and there we finish. It was a good race. Things I would have changed would be starting closer to the start time and not tacking short on that first mark. If I had done those two things better, chances are I may have been in front of the Thistle.